Welcome to our VirtuaLaw Legal Analysis series. In today's episode, we will discuss the meaning, application and sample case of Doctrine of Condonation. Let's dive right into it. In the Philippines, the doctrine of condonation is a legal principle that applies in the context of public officials, particularly those elected into office. The doctrine is based on the idea that the re-election or retention of a public official in a subsequent election implies forgiveness or condonation of any wrongdoing or misconduct committed by the official during their previous term in office. Meaning: the doctrine of condonation means that if a public official is accused of misconduct or irregularities during a previous term in office, and the electorate chooses to re-elect or retain that official in a subsequent election, it is presumed that the electorate has forgiven or condoned the alleged wrongdoings. As a result, the official cannot be held liable or face disciplinary action for the offenses committed during the previous term. Application. The application of the doctrine of condonation is generally limited to administrative and disciplinary cases against elected officials. It is not a blanket protection from criminal prosecution or liability for serious offenses. The doctrine is often relevant in cases involving administrative charges against public officials, particularly those arising from acts committed during their previous term. It is important to note that the doctrine of condonation is not explicitly mentioned in the Philippine Constitution. Instead, it is a legal principle that has been established through judicial precedents and interpretations. Sample case. Case: John is an elected mayor of a city in the Philippines. During his first term in office, he is accused of misusing public funds and engaging in corrupt practices. After his first term, he seeks re-election and wins another term as mayor. Following his re-election, the city council initiates administrative proceedings to hold John accountable for the alleged misconduct during his previous term. However, John invokes the doctrine of condonation, arguing that his re-election implies forgiveness for any wrongdoing during his previous term, and he should not be held liable for those offenses. In this case, the doctrine of condonation may be applied. If the court or administrative body accepts the doctrine's application, John would be protected from administrative liability for the alleged misconduct committed during his first term in office. The electorate's decision to re-elect him could be interpreted as a form of condonation or forgiveness for his previous actions, preventing further administrative sanctions against him for those specific offenses. It is worth noting that the doctrine of condonation is a complex and nuanced legal principle that can be subject to various interpretations and exceptions. Its application in specific cases may depend on the specific facts and circumstances, as well as the interpretation by the relevant courts or administrative bodies. That's all for this episode. Stay tuned for more legal insights in our future episode. Remember, understanding the law helps us comprehend the intricacies of our legal system. See you next time. Like and subscribe.